All right, sorry about that, Aqua. You know us Aquas, we have like electronics issues every time. I was like, please don't stop recording, and it did. So we're talking about the Grand Trine, the Water Grand Trine. This has to do with your 10th house. So this is your 10th house right here, right? This Water Trine has to do with your 10th house being lit up. So there's something about this 10th house that that's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. There's a gift coming in this that's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. Okay, so I'm excited for you guys. You have a lot of things coming. So let's look at the 20th, because the 20th is another day. Let's look, 20th. Okay, so on the 20th, the sun enters Gemini. So the sun's going to enter Gemini on the 20th. This is in your fifth house, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your fifth house of creativity, your fifth house of love affairs. Venus has been in your fifth house, so you may have received love, luck, money, like any of that coming through. But when the sun comes in here, something's going to get very clear. Something is going to be highlighted here. There's something about what your ego has been wanting from your heart when they align, and you get something when the sun is entering Gemini. Okay, because this has to do with your heart, with what's coming from your heart, with your desire. So maybe that's your work. Maybe that's your new business. Maybe that's a company you're trying to build. Whatever this is, there's going to be some light shown on that, some clarity, and some involvement. Okay, so on the 25th, let me move this to the 25th. So on the 25th, pardon me, on the 25th, we have Jupiter trining Neptune. So it's not a grand trine. I mean, they do grand trine, but on this day, it's a trine. And a trine is different than a grand trine. A trine is opportunity, but you have to take the action, make the decision to take the action for that gift to come through, right? And so with your 10th house and your second house, see this 10th house and second house being lit up? In the Grand Trine, you have this 10th house, this second house, and this 6th house. Something is coming through with finances, with your purpose, with your stability, with your security. Something is coming through. Like, and it's like, okay, if you're going to be stubborn and don't get one shot, you get another shot. Like, something is going to happen on this day too for you. Now, again, it may not happen all on that exact day, but the energies don't just stop and start. They sort of meld together, and you know that. So, could happen the day before, could happen the day after, but something is coming through where there's an opportunity given that has to do with your finance, your security, your comfort, your value of yourself, that has to do with your life purpose, right? So, that's a great day for you. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of financial stability in this next 7 and 8 years for you. I want you to see that Uranus video when I do it that has to do with Aqua, because you've got some major life changes, and you had major life changes, but they changed in a very different way than you weren't expecting. These are the changes that you've been expecting. These are the changes that you've been wanting. These are the changes that you've been working towards. And I'm seeing that coming. Your life is going to be very different in the next 5, 6, like even 2 years. Very different. You're going to be a very different, in a very different space. So, last but certainly not least, on the 29th, let's look at that. Oops, sorry. So, on the 29th, here we go. So, on the 29th, we have the full moon in Saggy. So, the full moon in Sagittarius, that has to do with their house of gains, your 11th house supporting your 10th house, which has to do with this trine and the Grand Trine. But you now have your third Grand Trine. It's a Fire Grand Trine. So it's the full moon in Sagittarius. It's this Leo North Node, which is in your 7th house of relationships. And it is in Uranus. I'm sorry, not Uranus. Chiron and Aries. So it has to do with your 3rd house. You're speaking your truth. You're communicating. Maybe you're doing something at work or with a new business. maybe you've been trying to deal with relationships and how you want them and how you're telling your truth and how you're not keeping things from anybody and how you're like looking out for you and not just looking out for the other person and doing what the other person wants. And then you come to this place where you're like, I'm not happy. And then you make your decision to go away because you weren't happy to begin with. Like, you've grown from that. But maybe this has to do with business partners and how you treat them and how they treat you and your boundaries and all of that. This North Node, you're trying to figure out how you handle relationships, that you want to handle relationships. And then you have this full moon in Sagittarius, which is about, full moons are about completion and endings and letting go. And so maybe you come to an understanding about how you're doing this about. So this grand fire trine, this is something that you're passionate about. This is something that is going to drive you. This is a gift coming from the universe, coming from your higher self, to let you know that you can be passionate about life again, that you can be passionate about you, that you can be passionate about humanity again. There is something going on with this. So that grand fire trine, Mercury enters Gemini as well on that day. So there's something in this fifth house for you. Yeah, fifth house for you, about communicating, about this light coming through, about what we talked about before. And then this Chiron, I'm still looking at this Chiron. I'm going to do the Chiron videos of how it's moved into Aries energy and what that's going to be like for the next 7 to 8 years. But I'm telling you, you guys are on freaking point, on point. Like, you have support. This, to me, this month is about confirmation that what you knew to be true or what you've learned really is true. This is confirmation that you have the talent, that you are here for those reasons, that you can do this, that you can do it on your own, that you really can. This is confirmation. And the confirmation is coming in very physical manifestations for you. So I'm so excited for you, Aquas. All right, now that we got through that, let's do your tarot reading. And I don't know how I just got this to work where there's an actual cursor on here now. Don't ask me. I'm Aqua like you. I can't figure it out. All right, so let me pick up the microphone. I apologize if it's too close. Look at this reading. Look at this reading. Like, this is your first position going into May. The Wheel of Fortune. Seriously? Seriously. The Wheel of Fortune. You have so many things coming. It's not even funny. You have been working so hard, and it's because some of you were so stubborn in the way that you were like, no, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you just kept on. You have the Wheel of Fortune. This is one of the highest cards in the tarot deck for me. Starting in May, it's already started, but you're like, I kind of feel like some of you are afraid to even breathe to say that it's true yet. But you have seen some manifestations come through. But this is just going to get better, okay? Now, the Wheel of Fortune, so if those of you that don't know tarot, the Wheel of Fortune is your life-changing manifestations coming through, the fortune coming through, the physical comfort, security coming through. That's you in May, okay? That's you sitting pretty. Now, this is your challenge. So the challenge is the Queen of Wands. This is more about characteristic than it is gender-specific for me. The Queen of Wands never fails. The issue is she's got to want to do it. That's your challenge. Your challenge is you get too much in your head and you think you know better and you get stuck and you get stubborn and then you don't want to do it. And then you can manifest it, but you don't, because you either get mad or you get stubborn or you get like, no, I know it should be this way and not this way. Or like you, sometimes, Aqua, sometimes you think you're smarter than the universe. And trust me, in your whole self, you are. But here, you don't see everything for a reason. It's because you have to grow. So that's your challenge. Your challenge is to keep the passion going, to keep focused, to not stand in your way. Get out of your way. Don't stand in your way. Get out of your head. Take the action. Do it. Just do it, right? So that's your challenge in May, is just to keep that going, to keep that going. Don't get lazy because it starts coming in and then you're like, oh, okay, it's here. No. Keep moving, keep taking action, keep seeing the opportunity, keep making the decisions, keep Keep working out. Keep working out. Keep meditating. Keep moving. Keep the energy moving. That's your challenge, okay? Now, this is your fated stuff. This is your fate. Your fate, your destiny. This is what's coming in anyway. You have the 7 of Cups. Like, seriously, the 7 of Cups, that is opportunity, 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 those seen and unseen. You got stuff coming, whether you believe you got stuff coming. So don't get in your way, Aqua. Like, make your choice and do it. Even if it's the little opportunity, even if this is where you stand in your way, even if it's a little opportunity, say yes. Just say yes. And because most of the time, if it's not for you anyway, it's going to fall through and you don't have to do it. Right? But you're like, well, if I say yes, then I have to do it. If you say yes and you have to do it, then do it. But if you have to know that you're on your path. And so if you say yes and it comes through and you have to do it, then guess what? It was part of what you wanted to do. But if you say yes and then it falls through and you don't have to do it, it wasn't on your line. It wasn't on your path. It wasn't in your matrix. It wasn't part of what you were wanting to get. Okay? You know where you want to go. The universe knows where you want to go. They're trying to get you there. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. You've got things coming. So where are you headed, Aqua? This is your outcome. Your outcome in May, 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is all about celebration. With you, with your friends, with you, with your loved ones, with you, with a new relationship, with you, with your family. Celebration. It's a 3. It's not a 10. It's a 3, which means, again, don't get lazy and think you know it all and then stop working at it and then just kind of wait and let it come. No, go get it. Go make your actions. Go make your decisions. Go be happy. Be happy. Enjoy yourself. And know that it's part of the synastry. It's part of the energy flow, right? It's coming. You're going towards it. It's coming towards you. You can do this. I know you can do this. You're Aqua. You're Aquarius. You can do this. All right, my beautiful ones. I love you, love you, love you. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Don't make me yell at you. Bye.